Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miss back again for another video today, and welcome back to our Philadelphia Flyers franchise mode. We are here again for yet another postseason. I'm excited to start off this one. We have the Battle of Pennsylvania, which that will be exciting, of course. We had a relatively unique season, I'd say. Definitely going up and down throughout the standings most of the year, but ended up finishing third in the league. So obviously not a bad finish at all. Unfortunately, no 60-win season once again. We weren't even able to, we weren't even able to break 50 this year. But either way, we obviously we still made it. So that's what matters most. But yeah, let's do a quick little run through of our lines. We'll check out the Penguins team and then we'll move on. So, top line of Nathan Westcott, Nolan Patrick, and Travis Konechny. Second line of Morgan Frost, Sean Couturier, and Joel Farabee. Third line of Oscar Lindblom, Claude Giroux, and Weston Stasiak. Fourth line of Jamison Reese, German Rubstov, and Isaac Ratcliffe. Defensively, Ivan Provorov with Evan Bouchard, Phil Myers with Shane Gostisbehere, Brady McNabb, and Julius Honka is the third pairing. And of course, Carter Hart will be the goaltender for this postseason. And yeah, let's go and take a look at what the Penguins look like now. I am intrigued to see what they look like because I'm pretty sure they don't have Crosby because he retired. And I'm pretty sure Malkin is no longer there either. So, oh, nice. All right. Jay Gensel playing with Marcus Afanasenkov and Patrick Kane as a Pittsburgh Penguin. That's terrifying. Jeff Skinner playing with Brock Nelson and Anthony Duclair on that second line. Third line of Eli Tolvanen, Lars Svensson, and Martin Kaut. Fourth line of Julien Gauthier, Trent Frederick, and Kevin O'Donnell, who he is pretty good. All right, and then defensively, Brady Shea with Tony DeAngelo, John Marino with Esa Lindell, Oli Mata, and Joe Redmond. So pretty decent decor, and Joonas Korpisalo is the goaltender. Not too bad. He struggled last postseason, but doesn't mean that will be the same outcome this year. So yeah, let's go and see how things go. Of course, we will have home ice advantage throughout the entirety of the Eastern Conference portion of the playoffs, and depending on who we face in the final, if we make it there, we will have home ice there. But let's see how it goes. First period of Game 1, 1-1, DeAngelo and Giroux with the goals here to start off this series. A late goal from Claude Giroux ties the game for us, so that's a pretty big goal. Second period now, and we're up 2-1. German Rubstov, our fourth line center, gets a goal. So our two bottom six centermen have gotten goals for us to start off this game. We will slow sim the third. Shots are pretty even at 16 apiece. Not many shots in this game so far, but Claude Giroux gets his second of the game. Evan Bouchard gets one as well. And we now have a 3-goal lead. Sorry, I almost said a 3-0 lead, but I meant to say a 3-goal lead, which is very, very helpful. 7 minutes to go. Lars Svensson makes it a 2-goal game, but I do have faith in our team to close this out, and it's looking good for will close out this game. All right. Claude Giroux with 2 goals, of course. Bouchard with a goal and an assist, and Rubstov with a goal as well. Not a bad game there from Carter Hart either, so we move on to Game 2. Let's see what happens. Of course, back in Philadelphia. Let's see what we can do. First period of Game 2, 0-0 after 20. We have 15 shots after 1 period of play this game. Last game we had 16 after 2, so a much better start to this game, even though it is still tied. Let's see who can get the first goal. Will it happen here in the second period? Let's find out. It will. It will be Evan Bouchard and Julien Gauthier, who eventually tied it for Pittsburgh, and it is a 1-1 game heading into the third period. So let's see what we can do here in the third. Nathan Westcott gets his first postseason goal with or as a Philadelphia Flyer. Not too bad. and we have the lead as we hit the halfway mark in the third period. We had a power play there. We have another power play. Unable to capitalize on either of them, but down to 2 minutes, and it's looking good for Philly, and we will close out this game. The, of course, free agent acquisition, Nathan Westcott, comes in big there to give us the game winner, and Carter Hart had a pretty good game, although so did Eunice Corpusalo, to be fair. And we're up 2-0 now. Nice. So, we move on to Game 3 now. Let's see what we can do. Alright, period number 1 now in Pittsburgh. Will that change? I don't know. Nathan Westcott and Lars Svensson with goals. Goals pretty close to each other as well. We are shooting Pittsburgh, but again, a tied game after the first 20 minutes of play. On to the second. And it's 4-2 lead for Philly. Patrick Kane gets a goal for Pittsburgh to give them the 2-1 lead, but then Ghost, Rupstov, shorthanded, and Bouchard gets 3 back-to-back-to-back goals for Philadelphia. And we now have a 2-goal lead heading into the third. We are still out shooting Pittsburgh as well. And looking good. A power play for Pittsburgh, though, could definitely ruin our plans, but that's okay. We're able to kill it off. We now have a power play of our own. Pittsburgh kills ours off, and another power play for Pittsburgh. We are able to kill it off. 3 minutes to go, and Oscar Lindblom makes it a 3-goal game, and that should be the dagger. It will be. 34 shots for Philly there. Rupstov, Westcott, and Lindblom each with a goal and an assist that game. And 2 of them also had some hits. So there we go. Evan Bouchard now leading the way this postseason with 5 points in 3 games. And that is our current point scorer, or point leader. We are playing the Charlotte Checkers down in the AHL. They were tremendous this season, my God. But yeah, we now have 4 chances to close out this series, so I hope we can do it. Let's not let a reverse sweep happen here for Game 4. What can we do? First period, it is 2-1 for Philly. Brock Nelson with a goal, but then Lindblom and Farabee with goals of their own. And that gives Philly the 2-1 lead. We are almost doubling the amount of shots Pittsburgh currently has after the first 20 minutes, but let's continue on. Second period now. It is 3-1 for Philly. Ghost gets another one. That was early in the second period, so pretty much the entire period without a goal. And we'll slow sim the third. We are still out shooting Pittsburgh. I think over the entirety of this series, we've outshot and outscored Pittsburgh by quite a lot. Although O'Donnell makes it 3-2 and Patrick Kane ties this game, we have a power play. It would be huge to answer back from that, but unfortunately it is a 3-3 game as we move into the later stages of this period. 2 minutes, 1 minute to go in regulation, and we will be going to overtime. We almost have 40 shots. But, of course, it is a tie game now. A big comeback from Pittsburgh there to make it a 3-3 game and to keep them in this series. Let's see what happens in overtime, though. Power play for Philly. We are unable to capitalize on it because we had like 6 shots to their 0 by the time our power play expired. And Jeff Skinner with a goal. Only 3 shots for Pittsburgh in overtime as we were 3/4 of the way through almost. We had we had 9 shots, I think. So that sucks. A 3-1 comeback for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they still have life. Yeah, beautiful game out of Corpusalo there. Obviously made 45 saves. So of course we lose in overtime there, but we still have 3 chances to close out this series, so let's see if we can do. All of the Western Conference series look like they could end very fast. Back in Philly, though, let's see what we can do. First period of Game 5, it is 1-1. Bouchard and O'Donnell with the goals. We are getting outshot, though, for the first time in a while. We've been outshot in a period by Pittsburgh, so second period. Ooh, nice. Konechny, and Nolan. There's our top line. I haven't really seen much of them at all. Konechny scored from center ice and on a terrible, terrible angle, especially given the fact that he's a right-handed shot on that angle. But that's 3 straight goals for Philadelphia, similarly to what Pittsburgh did in the last one. But we now have a 4-1 lead heading into the third period. And again, we've been outshot this game, and that's a hat trick for Travis Konechny to start off this period. Power play for Pittsburgh, and Evan Bouchard gets a shorty. Oh my god, that was Konechny's second center ice goal this game. What the hell has he been doing? Nolan Patrick on the power play makes it 7-1, and this is a statement game, saying the last one was a fluke. O'Donnell gets another one, and O'Donnell was really the only player we really saw score for Pittsburgh there, but a 7-2 victory, back-to-back 3-goal periods in the second and third period, and Konechny with 5 points, Bouchard with 4 points, and Nolan Patrick with 3 points and 4 hits. So, crazy game out of our top defensive pairing and top line. And that will be a quick series, a 5-game series. Every Eastern Conference series is pretty close. There's already 2 series in the West that are done, 2 sweeps for Colorado, and I think it was Minnesota. We have a Game 7 between the Oilers and the Ducks. We had a 5-game series between Arizona and the Sharks. Game 7 between the Leafs and Rangers, and currently on Game 6 for Bruins in Tampa and Columbus, and I don't even know who it was. I think it was Washington, yeah. And there we go. That will be the end. Columbus moves on, and that will be our next opponent. Boston is still waiting for either New York or Toronto. And we've got 2 Game 7s today. Let's see what happens. I'm going for New York and Anaheim. It will be New York and Anaheim. Nice. I got it completely right. Rip my 2 Canadian boys of Edmonton and Toronto. But we obviously are going to be facing the Columbus Blue Jackets, the 50-win Columbus Blue Jackets here in the second round. But let's go and quickly see what our team looked like through that first series, of course. Evan Bouchard leading the way, a goal per game defenseman with 9 points in 5 games. Konechny with 8 and 5. Westcott with 6 and 5. So we have 3 point per game players. But Lindblom, Patrick, Farabee, Stasiak, and Couturier all only 1 point behind point per game. Ghost, Rupstov, Myers, Provorov with 3. Giroux with 2. Frost with only 1. Reese, Honka, Ratcliffe, and McNabb all yet to get a point so far. On to the goalies. Carter Hart with a .923 save percentage. Not too bad at all. I do want to take a look at Pittsburgh, just because I do want to see O'Donnell, how many goals he had. Oh, he only had 3, but he did lead the team in points at 4, which is pretty sad. Kevin O'Donnell, the 4th liner, really wasn't getting any help there. But, yeah, we, of course, are going to be moving on to the second round this season to see, or to meet the Columbus Blue Jackets. So let's go and take a look at what their team looks like nowadays. Columbus. So, Pavel Buchnevich with Max Domi and Patrick Laine. Pretty solid top line. Then Vasily Podkolzin with Nick Bjugs and Alex Texier. Why Pierre Lemaire or Cole Sillinger isn't on that second or top line, I don't know. But okay. But yeah, 88 Pierre Lemaire, 86 Cole Sillinger, and 82 Boris Kachuk on that third line. And the fourth line of Emil Bemstrom, Oscar Sundqvist, and Jack Kopaka. Defensively, Zach Werenski and Seth Jones, Noah Juleson, and Dennis Cholowski, Urho Vakanainen, and Trenton Bodie. And then goalies, Philip Gustafson with Phoenix Copley. So, interesting. Philip Gustafson, not the greatest of stats so far through the postseason. If that has any indication of what this series could be, then we could be in store for another good round. So let's see what we can do here against Columbus. Of course, like I said, we will have home ice advantage throughout the entire Eastern Conference portion of the postseason. So let's see what we can do. First 2 games in Philly. Period number 1 of Game 1. We're down 1-0. Buchnevich with a goal. The lone goal of the first. We are low-key getting dominated. 11-6 are the shots in favor of Columbus, and they have the 1-goal lead. So let's see if we can bring it back here in the second period. We cannot. We only get 5 shots that period, and Columbus doubled their shots. And we are still trailing by 1, so it's been a slow game for Philly here so far. Carter Hart is keeping us in it, but a power play maybe, power play goal maybe, a really long power play opportunity, a really long power play opportunity, then a power play for Columbus, and another power play for Philly. Come on, oh my god. That was such a long power play. Oh man, not looking good, and it will be a 1-goal game here in game one. We brought it back with 15 shots that period, but unfortunately we weren't able to get one by Gustafsson, and that was a goaltending duel right there, that's for sure. But unfortunately, we are done with game one. We are down 0-1 in the series. This is our first series, or this is the first series this postseason that we have actually trailed. So hopefully we can answer back here in game one, or game two, sorry. But let's see what we can do. First period, 3-2. All right, we had 3 unanswered, then they had 2 unanswered. Giroux, Patrick, and Lindblom with goals, and Chalowski and Lemaire with goals. So we do have the lead. A terrible first period for the goaltenders this time around. Let's see if the second period is going to be any similar. Not really at all. Phoenix Copley is now in net, though, for Columbus, and Weston Stasiak gets his first goal of the postseason this year, and we're up 4-2. Not actually in his first goal this postseason, I think. I think he already scored one, my bad. But shots are pretty even, but we do have a 2-goal lead heading into the final 20 minutes of this game. Seth Jones, though, makes it a 1-goal game early, and that gives Columbus a lot of time to work with, which is not ideal. We have surpassed the halfway mark of the third period. Oh, man. 3 minutes to go. Wow, power play late in the game for Columbus. We are able to kill it off, thankfully. It would have been a 6-on-4 there. And somehow we get away with a goal, or with that game, and we win game 2 to tie this series 1-1. So yeah, that was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. But we now go to Columbus, and of course, like I said, that one was a very drastically different game. Well, you know what, it started differently, but ended up being pretty similar, just a 1-goal game that game. So alright, on to game 3. Period number 1 now in Columbus. We're up 2-0. Lindblom and Farabee with the goals. Farabee scored on an awful angle. Again, being a lefty, that's an even worse angle. We are getting outshot currently, but we do have the lead, so that's what matters, right? Second period now, we're up 3-0. A power play goal for Sean Couturier makes it 3-0. We're still getting outshot, only by 1 shot now, but we have the 3-goal lead. I don't care if we get outshot as long as we win the game, right? I'm sure most people would agree with that. So yeah, 10 minutes through the third period, a power play goal for Pierre Lemaire of Columbus, but we still have a 2-goal lead with only 5 minutes left to kill. Come on, Philly. Oh my god, Seth Jones makes it a 1-goal game with 2:18 to go. Oh my god, and yet again, this game ends up turning really, really scarily close, but we do end up closing it out. A 29-save game for Carter Hart. Joel Farabee with a goal and 4 hits that game, but that game ended up getting way too close once again. Oh my. Alright, so we have a 2-1 series lead. Both games here in the Eastern Conference are 2-1 right now. Or both series, sorry. We now will hit game 4 again in Columbus. Let's go. First period. That was an early power play for Columbus, and they capitalized on it. Vasily Podkolzin makes it 1-0 for Columbus, but yeah, I mean, we are out shooting them, but again, trailing by 1, but that was an early mistake there from Philly. So yeah, let's get that back here in period number 2. We do get 1, but Pierre Lemaire with that period. Pierre Lemaire with a pair. Nice. Makes it a 3-1 game for Columbus. We are still out shooting them, but yeah, we're down by 2 heading into the third. Can we come back this game? A power play for Columbus early in the period. We are able to kill it off. And Morgan Frost gets a goal to make it a 1-goal game, but literally 13 seconds later, Cole Sillinger regains the 2-goal lead for Columbus, but Nathan Westcott just a few minutes later makes it a 1-goal game once again. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute to go. Come on. And for the fourth straight game, it has been a one-goal game. Unfortunately, we aren't able to come back that one, but that was a close game for sure. And yeah, like I said, 4 straight games where it has been a one-goal game. Minnesota has swept the Avalanche. Nice. Nice. All right. It is now a best-of-3 series, so let's see if we can close this one out. First period of game number 5. It is 0-0. We are shooting them 15-9 right now, which is nice. Second period, 1-0 for Columbus. Pierre Lemaire, with 16 seconds left in the period, gets a goal for Columbus. Oh my, and we trail by 1 heading into the third. An early power play opportunity for Philly, but we are unable, to capitalize on it. And Columbus had a power play as well, which we were able to kill off. They have another power play opportunity, which is a very long one. We are able to kill it off. Power play for Philly. They are able to kill it off. And again, it will be a one-goal game for the 5th straight game this series. Philip Gustafsson with a 32-save shutout, and Pierre Lemaire continues to destroy us. And that is back-to-back losses, and now our backs are against the wall. We have 2 games left to close out this series. Game 6 back in Columbus. We could get eliminated from the postseason. Let's see what happens. First period of Game 6. 0-0 after 1. 9-7 for Philly are the shots. Second period, 0-0 yet again. 24-19 are the shots, and this one is yet another goaltending duel. Let's see who can get on the board first. Nolan Patrick will be able to for Philadelphia, and I'm not going to get my hopes up yet. Exactly why. Vasily Budkolzin makes it a tie game, but a power play for Philly maybe can regain the lead for us. Unfortunately, no, and now a power play for Columbus. We are able to kill it off. Coming down to the wire of this third period, and a 1-1 game, and one shot will change this entire series. Overtime period, a power play for Columbus. We have surpassed 40 shots, a power play for Philadelphia. Oh my god, halfway through the overtime frame. Oh my god, man, please. Please. 3 minutes to go. A late power play in the first overtime frame as we set the stage for the second overtime period. It is still 1-1. A power play for Philly, please. A power play for Columbus, no. Please, no. Alex Texier on their 41st shot of the night gets a goal, and that will be the eventual series winner. Outshot them 48-41, but we just couldn't get by Gustafsson most of the series. Unfortunate, ladies and gents. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of faith in us this postseason, and a lot of quick series there in the second round, and unfortunately, we won't even have a player hit point per game this postseason. But this postseason was all Carter Hart, which maybe that helps my decision a little bit more. 6-3-2 record for Carter Hart. Of course, 6-5 isn't the greatest record, but when the team in front of him doesn't score, it's hard to really blame Carter Hart. A .929 save percentage and a 2.06 GAA. Let's check the skaters. Konechny led the team with 10 points. Evan Bouchard did not get a single point in any of those 6 games against Columbus. That is sad. Nathan Westcott with 9, Lindblom and Ghost with 7, Nolan, Giroux, Farabee, Couturier, Stasiak all with 6, Myers with 5, Rupstov, Frost, Provorov with 4. Provorov and Frost were somewhat disappointing, especially Morgan Frost being a -3. Brady McNabb, Jameson Reed, Julius Honka, and if all negative and all scoreless throughout the postseason. That is very, very poor. That sucks. I'm going to go take a look at Columbus because Pierre Lemaire, my God, 9 goals. Like, can we chill out, brother? Holy shot, Jesus Christ. That's insane. Yeah, well, that sucks. How many goals does this guy score? Oh, he doesn't even score that many. He just does in the postseason against us, I guess. Nice. Nice. Yeah, well, that sucks. I'm not gonna lie, but that will be the end of this episode, ladies and gents. Yeah, I mean, we'll sim the rest of the postseason in the next one. This kind of works out perfectly for me just because I gotta leave here soon, anyways. So, yeah, sorry about the. Well, I say the short one. This is actually a decently length video, but either way, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.